I slam the phone down, my hand shaking. The screen is still glowing, the word Natale staring up at me in the dim light. My heart is hammering in my chest as I sink back into the chair, still processing what just happened. She called me. After 2 years of silence, she called, and all she said was, "You need to come to the police station, now." No explanation, no context, just urgency in her voice, a tone I haven't heard in years. I don't know why she's calling me now of all times, but something's wrong, I can feel it in my bones. I don't know what I was expecting when I walked into the police station, but it wasn't this. The moment I step inside, I feel like I'm in the wrong place. I've been here before, but this time, everything is different. The air is thick with the smell of disinfectant and old coffee. It's colder than I remember, the walls suffocating, pressing in on me. The fluorescent lights above hum like an incessant reminder that I don't belong here. "John," a voice calls from behind the desk. It's Detective Harris. He's sitting at his desk, eyes glued to a file, not even looking up when I approach. He's been the one handling my case, the one person I thought I could trust. I swallow hard, my throat dry. "You called me in," I ask, my voice sounding foreign to me, like I'm speaking from somewhere far away. Harris looks up slowly, his eyes cold, distant. There's something in his gaze that makes my stomach flip. He doesn't say anything at first. He just gestures to the chair across from him. I sit down, the room suddenly feeling too small, too tight. "You need to see this," Harris says, sliding a file toward me. "It's about your identity." My heart stops for a moment. My breath catches. I don't know what I expected, but this wasn't it. "I'm sorry," I say, my voice shaky, almost a whisper. "What are you talking about?" He opens the file in front of me. "John, someone's been using your name." I stare down at the document in front of me, but the words don't make sense. My name. My face. The mug shot of the victim staring back at me, pale and lifeless. The words John Mason typed in bold at the top. "Wait," I trail off, my mind scrambling to catch up. What do you mean, using my name? What the hell is this?" Harris leans back in his chair, running a hand over his face. "Someone been committing crimes under your identity. We've traced some of it back to you. He hesitates. "You're a suspect in a murder investigation." I'm not sure how long I sit there, staring at the file in front of me. The world feels distant, like I'm watching it through a haze. Murder, me. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. My heart is pounding in my ears and my mind is spinning. "Wait, hold on," I say, my voice rising. "This has to be some kind of mistake, right? This is a mistake, Harris. It has to be." Harris just shakes his head. "I wish it were, but the evidence is clear. Your personal information has been used to open accounts, make transactions, and even," he cuts off, swallowing hard. "The victim, John, their ID has your name, your signature." I feel my stomach churn. My chest tightens, I can't breathe. "How is this even possible?" I whisper. "I don't know yet," Harris says, "but we need to figure it out." I leave the station with my head spinning. The sky is overcast, the world around me moving too fast. The cars whiz by, people walk past, but I'm stuck in this weird time loop where everything feels muted. I'm floating in a haze, unable to escape the questions that keep echoing in my mind. Who's doing this to me? Why? How? I feel like I'm drowning, the air in my lungs thickening. The worst part, I'm not sure I can trust anyone anymore, not even Harris. I'm left standing in the middle of this maze, trying to piece together a life that's not even mine anymore. The next few days blur together. I try to focus on work, on anything, but every time I try to think, my mind drifts back to the same question: who is using my identity? I keep calling Natalie, but she doesn't pick up. I'm not sure I even want to hear what she has to say anymore. The silence between us is deafening, but it's the only thing I can cling to right now. Then the phone rings again. I look down at the screen. It's Natalie. My heart stops for a beat before I answer. John voice cold, tired. Natalie, what's going on? What did you mean, someone's using my name? Natalie voice trembling, barely above a whisper. John, I never wanted this to happen. I thought I could protect you, but I can't anymore. John cutting her off, anger rising. Protect me by hiding the truth from me. You need to tell me what the hell is going on, Natalie. Who's doing this? I need answers now. Natalie's shaky breath. It's Ryan, it's your brother, John. He's been using your identity. I don't know what I'm feeling. I stare at the phone in my hand, the blood rushing in my ears. Ryan, my brother, it doesn't make sense. Ryan left years ago, disappeared without a trace. Why would he come back now? Why would he do something like this? I don't know what's worse, losing my identity or losing my brother. Ryan, I whisper, the name heavy on my tongue. It feels like a betrayal, an echo of a past I thought I could escape. I can feel my chest tighten, the world slipping out of focus. My brother, the one person I thought I could trust, the one person I thought I knew. How could he do this? I don't waste any time. I head straight to the place I thought I'd never have to go, a place that's been empty for years, a place I thought I could leave behind, Ryan's old apartment. I stand in front of the door. My hand shakes as I reach for the doorbell. The moment my finger presses it, I can feel the weight of everything bearing down on me. The unanswered questions, the lies, the years of silence. The door opens. Ryan, he's standing there looking at me like I'm the one who's been gone for years. His eyes are cold, distant, but there's something else in them, something darker. John, he says, his voice flat, it's been a while. I look at Ryan standing in the doorway, his face unreadable. For a moment, neither of us says anything. The silence between us stretches, thick with tension. His eyes are cold, but there's something else too, something like a flicker of regret, or maybe it's guilt. I can't tell. I force my voice to break the stillness, but it comes out rough, shaky. Why, Ryan? I ask, my words heavy. Why did you do this? He doesn't answer immediately. Instead, he steps back, opening the door wider, motioning for me to come in. There's no warmth in the gesture, just a cold invitation to enter a place that feels foreign now, even to me. I don't hesitate. I step over the threshold into his apartment, and instantly the air feels different, darker, suffocating. Ryan finally speaking, his voice distant. You don't get it, John. You never did. I stop in my tracks, my heart pounding. What do you mean? What is this? Why are you using my name, my face? He doesn't look at me, his gaze drifting over to a stack of papers on the kitchen counter. He picks up a glass, swirls the contents, and takes a slow sip before answering. Ryan, his voice quiet, almost too calm. I couldn't live in your shadow anymore. You had everything, John, everything I wanted, the job, life, the family. He pauses, his eyes briefly meeting mine, something cold in his gaze. I thought, maybe if I could just be you, I could have it all. His words hit like a punch, and I stagger back, struggling to process what he's saying. You've been pretending to be me. My voice is a mixture of disbelief and fury, but inside, a deeper fear begins to churn. You took my identity for what? To destroy me. Ryan doesn't flinch. His eyes narrow, like I've asked the wrong question. Ryan, leaning against the counter, voice colder. No, John, I didn't want to destroy you, I wanted to be you. He steps closer, his tone lowering. Don't you get it? I became you, and it felt like I was finally free. The words hit me like a slap. I try to make sense of it, but nothing lines up. Free, I repeat, disbelieving. How is stealing my life supposed to make you free? Ryan doesn't answer immediately. He just stares at me like he's weighing how much to say. For a second he looks almost vulnerable. It's unsettling. The brother I knew was distant, yes, but this is a stranger. Ryan, his voice hardening. You have no idea what it's like to live with someone else's shadow hanging over you. You have no idea what it's like to never measure up, no matter how hard you try. John breathing heavily, the anger bubbling up again. What are you talking about? I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask for any of it, Ryan. You think I have it easy. I clench my fists, the urge to lash out growing stronger. You've ruined everything. Ryan's eyes flash for the first time. There's a flicker of something, something close to regret, but it's gone as quickly as it appeared. Ryan sighing, almost pitying. You're not the only one with problems, John. You've always had everything handed to you. And me, I had nothing. He pauses, the weight of his words hanging in the air. So I decided I'd take what I deserved. I took your life. The weight of his confession crushes me, and for a second I forget to breathe. I can feel the room spinning, my thoughts jumbled. I've always known Ryan had issues, but this, it doesn't make sense. You took my life, just because you were jealous, I ask, my voice a mix of disgust and disbelief. Ryan, his voice softening, almost apologetic. It wasn't just jealousy, John. I didn't want to destroy you, but I wanted your life, everything you had. I wanted to feel like I belonged. The words hang in the air. I want to scream, to yell, but I can't. Something about the way he says it, the emotion behind it, makes me realize something. John, voice trembling, softer now. And all this time I thought it was me. I thought I was the one who was broken. But it was you all along, wasn't it? Ryan looks at me for a long moment and something flickers across his face. I don't know if it's guilt or shame, but it's there. And then it's gone. Ryan shrugging, indifferent. You always did think it was about you, didn't you? He pauses, his tone almost bitter. It was never about you, John. It was always about me. Silence falls between us. The tension hangs thick in the air like smoke, choking me. My thoughts race. How could I not see this coming? All those years of silence, of separation, and I never saw the darkness brewing in Ryan. I never saw that he'd been living this life, pretending to be me, erasing every trace of who he really was. But what now? What am I supposed to do with this knowledge? I take a deep breath, trying to calm myself, but it's impossible. I don't know what's worse, losing my identity or losing my brother. John, my voice cracking raw. I don't know how to fix this, Ryan. I don't know how to fix what you've done. Ryan doesn't say anything for a while. Instead, he just stands there, looking at me with this strange, empty expression. It's as if he's waiting for me to understand something. Finally, he speaks again. Ryan, quietly. You don't have to fix it. I've already done that. I'm already you, John, and I'm going to keep it, no matter what you do. I feel the air leave my lungs. My mind is in overdrive. I can't think straight. How did it get this far? How could my own brother, someone I loved, do something like this? The pain of betrayal is sharp, visceral, and it's more than just anger. It's disbelief, hurt, and confusion. I thought I knew him, but now I realize I never did. Then a voice cuts through the silence. Harris, over the phone, urgent. John, we've got a problem. Ryan's not just using your identity, he's linked to a whole network. We need to move now. I don't know what to feel. Everything is a blur as I stand there, the weight of Ryan's confession pressing down on me. My breath comes in ragged bursts, the world spinning just slightly out of focus. This wasn't just about my identity being stolen anymore. It's so much bigger. There's a darkness in Ryan I never saw coming, and now it's consuming everything. Harris's voice snaps me out of my thoughts, the words sharp and urgent. John, we don't have much time. Ryan's involved in something bigger than just you. We need to move now. I look at Ryan standing across from me, his arms folded, a cold expression on his face. He doesn't flinch, doesn't seem worried at all. It's like he expected this. Expected everything that's happening right now. Ryan, voice low, almost mocking. You don't get it, do you? You think this is just about me wanting your life. No, it's about something much bigger. I'm in this now, John, and you're either going to help me or get out of my way. I swallow, trying to steady myself. What does he mean by bigger? What is this thing that's been lurking behind all of this? My mind races, and I feel a cold sweat breaking out across my back. John, voice hoarse, trying to keep it together. What are you involved in, Ryan? What is this really about? Ryan looks at me, his gaze unreadable. He doesn't say anything at first. For a moment, I think maybe I won't get an answer. Maybe this will remain just another one of his twisted games. But then he speaks, his voice steady, almost too calm. Ryan shrugging slightly. You don't really want to know, John, but I'll tell you anyway. He steps closer, his eyes cold but steady, like he's been waiting for this, waiting for me to understand. Ryan, it's not just about me being you or about taking your life. It's bigger. It's about control. It's about money. People like us are just pawns in a much larger game. You've been part of it whether you knew it or not. And now you're here, right where I need you. I feel my chest tighten. I want to shout. To demand answers, but I can't. His words are like daggers in my chest, each one cutting deeper than the last. This wasn't just a personal vendetta. Ryan was in this for something else, something more dangerous. John shaking his head, barely believing it. What the hell are you talking about, Ryan? What kind of game? What's going on? Ryan leaning in slightly, lowering his voice. It's the network, John. People we've been connected to for years. They've been watching us, using us. Everything you've built, everything you thought you knew, it's all part of their plan. But I've moved beyond that now. I've taken control, and I don't think you're going to get out of this. I stagger back, my head spinning. The room feels like it's closing in on me. My mind can't keep up with the rapid-fire information. I've never heard Ryan speak like this. His words are cold, calculated. He's not just the brother I knew anymore. He's someone else. Someone I can't recognize. Someone dangerous. Harris on the phone, voice tight with urgency. John, I don't know how to say this, but it's not just Ryan. There's a whole operation behind this. People in power. We need to move fast. You're a liability to them now. John breathing heavily, barely holding it together. A liability? What the hell are you talking about? Harris pausing, trying to explain. Ryan's identity theft was just the beginning. It's a cover. There's a larger plan at work, and it involves everything you've touched. Trust me, you're deeper than you think. The weight of his words lands on me like a ton of bricks. This isn't just about Ryan wanting what I have. This is about something much bigger, something I can't even begin to understand. Ryan smirking, eyes glinting with dark amusement. Now you get it. I don't know what's real anymore. I'm standing in Ryan's apartment talking about identity theft, corruption, and some massive conspiracy I didn't even know existed. The walls feel like they're closing in. I need to think. I need to get out of here. But I can't move. I can't make a decision. Ryan sensing my hesitation, his voice shifting. You can't run, John. You've already crossed the line. The people I'm working with, they don't like loose ends. And you're one of them now. John, desperation creeping into my voice. What are you going to do, Ryan? What do you want from me? Ryan, his tone icy, almost like he's savoring the moment. I told you, I'm done with being the second choice, the one left behind. You always had everything, John. I took it from you to make a point. Now it's time for you to take a side. I don't know how long we stand there, the tension hanging thick in the air. Everything feels like it's spiraling out of control, but there's something inside me that still refuses to accept this reality. Ryan's words are eating away at me, but I can't let him win. Not like this. Not when everything I've worked for is about to be destroyed. Harris on the phone, interrupting my thoughts. John, it's worse than we thought. Ryan's not the only one behind this. There's a whole network inside the police, John. People who have been pulling strings for years. John, voice shaking, the truth finally settling in. Are you telling me there's no way out, that they're everywhere? Harris, voice grim. I'm telling you, John, you're in deep. We need to act fast or it'll be over. I look back at Ryan. His face is unreadable, but his eyes are full of something I can't place. He's waiting for me to make a choice, to decide whether I'm going to fight or fall in line. Ryan's smiling like he's already won. You don't get it, John. You were always going to be a part of this, whether you liked it or not. The pressure builds and my head spins. I'm standing here faced with the ultimate choice: fight or run, stay or betray everything I ever believed in. I can feel my pulse in my ears. I can feel my chest tightening. I want to scream to break something, but there's no time. There's no time for anything. And then, as if on cue, Ryan steps forward. You can't do this alone, John. He holds something out to me, a file. It's thick, filled with papers I don't want to touch. The weight of the information feels oppressive. I take the file from Ryan's hands. The weight of it feels like a brick in my chest. For a moment I didn't open it. I just hold it, staring down at the thick stack of papers as if it might change if I leave it alone long enough. But I know it won't. It can't. The truth is already out there and I can't pretend otherwise. I can feel Ryan's gaze on me, the pressure building as if he's waiting for me to crack, waiting for me to make a choice, one that I know will change everything. Ryan voice low, almost tender. You don't have to do this, John. You don't have to be a part of this anymore. You can walk away. I look up at him, shaking my head. You don't get it, do you, Ryan? There's no walking away from this. Not for you, not for me. It's too far gone. Ryan, a strange, hollow laugh escaping him. Oh, I know. That's the part you still don't get. You think you're in control. You think you're making decisions, but you've always been part of this. You've always been in it. This isn't some game, John. You just haven't realized it yet. I want to punch him, to scream at him, but I don't. I'm too tired, too numb. This whole mess feels like a sick joke, and the punchline is one I can't escape. John, voice cracking, breaking. How did you get so deep in this, Ryan? What the hell are you a part of? Ryan, taking a slow breath, leaning against the wall like it's no big deal. You don't really want to know, but I'll tell you anyway. It's bigger than you think, bigger than any of us. They've been watching us for years, John. They know everything. And I've been getting paid to play my part. John, taking a step forward, the anger rising again. Paid? You're a puppet. And for what, Ryan? To be some shadow in my life, to erase me. Ryan doesn't flinch. He just looks at me, his expression unreadable. But behind his eyes I see something shift. It's almost like he's fighting to say something, fighting to hold back the truth. But it's too late. I already know. Ryan, his voice slipping, just for a second. It wasn't always like this, John. I didn't want to be a part of it, but it's not just you I'm after, it's the power. There's a cold chill that runs down my spine as I listen to him. The words hit harder than I expected. Power. What power? And why would Ryan be involved in something like this? But before I can ask, my phone rings. I look down at the screen. Harris. John, voice shaking. Harris, what the hell is going on? Harris, quick, almost frantic. John, I've been trying to reach you. It's worse than we thought. Ryan's not just stealing your identity, he's using it to cover up a whole network. There are people behind this, people we didn't know about. You need to get out of there now. You're in danger. John, my breath catching, confusion flooding my mind. Danger? What do you mean danger? What's going on, Harris? Harris, cutting me off, his voice shaking. I don't have time to explain everything, John. They're moving fast. You're a liability now. Ryan has connections inside the police. It's all connected and you're right in the middle of it. Ryan, watching me with a sick grin, arms crossed. See, you were always a part of this. Now you're stuck, John. You think you can just walk away. Everything slows down for a moment. The room feels too small now, the air too thick. I can feel it closing in around me, suffocating me. Harris is right. Ryan's not just some petty criminal. He's a cog in a much bigger machine, a machine I didn't even know existed. John, my mind racing. What do I do, Ryan? What do I do now? Ryan, his grin deepening. There's only one choice, John. You either get with the program or get out of the way. But make no mistake, you're already in. I take a deep breath, trying to steady myself. I feel like I've been holding my breath for hours, but I still can't seem to breathe properly. Everything is spiraling so fast, I'm afraid I won't be able to keep up. But I have to. I don't have a choice anymore. I look at Ryan, at the man who spent all these years hiding in my shadow, erasing my life, trying to destroy everything I've worked for. I don't know if I'm ready for what's coming next, but I have to face it. My voice is cold, but it's laced with anger. I'm not going to be your pawn, Ryan, not anymore. You're going down. Ryan chuckling, shaking his head. You still don't get it, do you? You were always a pawn. You're just realizing it now. I step back, the weight of everything crashing down on me. I feel like I'm suffocating in this room, like everything I thought I knew about myself is being ripped apart. Ryan has been living my life, destroying it, but he's not done yet. I look down at the file still clutched in my hand. The weight of it feels like 1,000 pounds, but there's no turning back now. Ryan sighing, his tone almost regretful. You never understood, John. You were always the perfect one, but that's why you were a threat. I don't know what will happen next. The words hit me like a punch in the gut. I take a deep breath, trying to steady myself. Ryan's been running this whole show for years, hiding in plain sight, and now I'm supposed to be part of it. But I won't be. I can't be. Suddenly, everything falls apart. The door slams open, and I turn around, my heart racing, my body going rigid. A figure steps into the room, his face obscured by shadows. John, Harris's voice cuts through the tension. Get out of there now. The door slams open, and everything shifts. My heart stops. The figure in the doorway isn't just another one of Ryan's twisted games. It's Harris. His face is grim, eyes wide with urgency, his body tense. Behind him, two other officers step into the room. They're not here for help, they're here to take control, to take me down. Harris urgent, voice sharp. John, you need to come with me, now. I stand frozen, unsure of what to do, still processing everything that's happened in the last few minutes. Ryan stands behind me, watching. The sick grin on his face only grows. This is his world, not mine. Ryan mocking, voice dripping with disdain. Did you really think you could run from this, from me? You're already in too deep, John. John, voice shaking, yet defiant. In too deep. You're the one who dragged me into this mess, Ryan. Don't you dare try to flip this on me. Harris stepping forward, voice softer now, but the urgency still present. John, please, just listen to me. You're in danger. They're watching us, watching you. It's not just Ryan. There's a whole network behind this, and if you don't come with me right now, you won't make it out of here. Ryan, eyes flashing with something darker now. Come on, John, just make the right choice. This is where you belong. I feel the walls closing in. Ryan's words cut like a knife, and the sheer realization that everything I thought I knew, about my life, about my family, has been a lie, it suffocates me. I'm stuck between the man who's been living my life and the man who's been trying to control it. Neither of them is trustworthy. Neither of them will give me the answers I need. John turning to Harris, voice pleading. What's going on, Harris? Why are you here now? What did you mean by they're watching me? I don't even know who to trust anymore. Harris closing his eyes for a moment, a heavy sigh escaping his lips. John, there's no easy way to say this. They've been controlling everything. The identities, the money. You've been a part of it for years, whether you knew it or not. And now they've made you a target. My chest tightens and I take a step back. Who are they, Harris? Harris? They're everywhere. The network is bigger than you can imagine. People inside the police, inside the government, even in the media. You've been used as a pawn in their game from the start. Ryan cutting in, his voice smug and bitter. They've been controlling you, John. You just never realized it. Now you're in their sights, all of us are. I try to process it, but my mind is spinning. This is too much to take in. Harris, Ryan, this network that's been pulling the strings all along. It's like my whole life has been a lie, a script written for me by someone else. John, voice rising with desperation. Why me? Why was I a part of this? What was the point? Harris, because they knew you, John, your connection to your family, your background. You were the perfect target, but Ryan, he was the catalyst. Ryan, his eyes darkening, almost pitying. I was the catalyst. You were always too perfect, too clean. Everything about you made it easy to slip in and out of your life. People like us don't get to be perfect. People like me don't get the chance. But I found a way to fix that. The truth starts to sink in, and with it the anger builds. Ryan's words make my skin crawl. He used me, not just for money or power, but because he was jealous. He was envious of my life, of everything I had, even though I didn't ask for any of it. My hands tremble as I turn to Harris. What now? Harris, looking at me with a pained expression. Now we get you out of here before they find you. We've got a safe house ready. We need to move fast. Ryan smiling, like he's been waiting for this moment. You think you can stop me, Harris? You think you can just drag him away from me? I turn to look at Ryan and something snaps. I don't belong to you, Ryan. You never understood that, did you? Ryan steps closer, his presence looming over me. You never understood that I was the one who was left behind. You always had it easy, John. I was the one who had to work for everything. His voice cracks slightly, but his resolve doesn't waver. The air thickens, and for a moment I feel paralyzed. Ryan's words resonate with something deep in me, but I can't let them control me. I can't let him win. Not now. Not when I'm this close to understanding everything. John, voice shaking but stronger now. I've spent my whole life running away from the truth, Ryan. And maybe I don't know everything, but I know this. I'm done letting you pull the strings. I move toward the door, my pulse racing. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I have no choice. My life is hanging by a thread, and if I want to survive, I need to make this choice. I need to step out of the shadows of my past and face whatever comes next. The moment I step out of the apartment, I hear the sirens. A faint, distant sound at first, but it grows louder and louder as I walk faster, my heart pounding in my chest. I don't look back. I can't. Harris rushing to catch up, his voice sharp. John, we need to go now. They're closing in. John running now, panic setting in. Who's closing in, Harris? Harris glancing over his shoulder, anxiety creeping into his voice. The network, they know we're onto them. They've been watching every move. Ryan calling after me, his voice mocking. You can't run forever, John. We're everywhere. I turn the corner, the sirens growing louder. I can feel the weight of everything crashing down on me. My entire life, my identity has been hijacked, and now the world is hunting me down. I don't know where I'm going anymore, but I know one thing. I can't stop running. The sirens grow louder. I keep moving, my feet pounding the pavement, adrenaline rushing through my veins. The world around me is a blur, the flashing red lights casting erratic shadows as I race through the city streets. I don't know where I'm going, but I can't stop. Not now. Not with everything on the line. Behind me, Harris is still shouting, his voice barely audible over the growing noise. But I can't hear him. I can't hear.